That is, a big thank you to our first 100. And it's Doctor Who time!
Nigel.cecil, calling things out.
Hello, Jackabatties. Welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel.cecil. And guess what this is? This is my original Doctor Who scarf. Do you like it? But before we get into this, Hilary, thank you to all our subscribers. You're actually wonderful, because after all this time, we've now reached the magical number of 100. So we really do appreciate you showing your appreciation by hitting that subscribe button. And Hilary's saying, Nigel, you shouldn't have said that, because cancel culture within showbiz. Someone's going to say, we'll show them our power, we'll unsubscribe. Please don't. Please join moi and let us know what you would like us to reflect, usually related to showbiz matters and communication issues, and even sometimes politics, on your behalf. Because many of our fair-minded and equitable friends are members of Equity. Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom. And because of, well, some would say perceived, and some would say it's real, cancel culture, they're somewhat hesitant to express an opinion, a credible viewpoint that others might say, no, you're not allowed to say that anymore. Which comes to Doctor Who. Because we all know now that newspapers, mass media, they like to create, well, tippy-tappy newspaper headlines that grab your attention. And sometimes, of course, they exaggerate stories. They almost invent stories because they say, we've heard from an unknown source that we can't disclose this information. In the past couple of days, there's been headlines, this one from The Sun, saying that Doctor Who is in crisis, that Ncuti Gatwa is leaving because, well, they're going on to other projects, and others are saying, no, it's because the ratings are terrible, and the viewers don't like this idea that now entertainment has to have education. I mean, when you think about it, if someone says, well, Ncuti Gatwa is the first openly queer Doctor Who, do we really care? Do we need to know that? Because we were entertained as a little kid, hiding behind the settee as the Daleks appeared. Exterminate. Yes, I know some of you would like to exterminate moi. But you see, I was fortunate enough then, because Colin Baker, yes, you'll know Colin Baker as Doctor Who, and Nicholas Courtney, that Lieutenant Colonel, what? Oh, Hilary, it's my memory, but you know who Nicholas Courtney played. Information update, Colin Baker was the 6th Doctor Who, and Nicholas Courtney was Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart. And together, back in the day, we were all on the Equity Executive Committee and Council. Well, I was doing a little bit of radio stuff, and I was fortunate enough. Bob Baker and Dave Martin said, you can interview K9. Wasn't that wonderful? Interview K9. And I got the scarf, and I've even still, look at this picture. I've got the sweater I was wearing. I doubt whether I'd get in it now, would I, Hilary? But there we are, interviewing K9. And you suddenly think, well, when it comes to getting a message across, and then others will say, well, they've got an ideology, an agenda they are trying to promote. Who better to come in and save Doctor Who? Equity. Equity, because they've now got a trade union, an organisation where they can promote an ideology, and, well, the members, it doesn't affect us, let them get on with it. We'll pay our subs, we're getting our insurance, our other protections, legal protections. And so, well, equity is a marvellous example as how you can have an ideology and just get on with it. So why don't Equity pop along to Doctor Who and say, come on, we'll show you how it's done. And not only that, guess what? The General Secretary of Equity, they're bound to like K9 because they have a dog as well. Wouldn't it be fun? I mean, this is all said, of course, in the best possible taste because, you know, even if we're being serious, sometimes we do need a little bit of fun, don't we? Because realistically, every time the phone rings, you think, is that going to be bad news? Nobody rings up and says, come on, let's have a little bit of fun with K9. My Doctor Who scarf, I had red shoes as well, to match Colin Baker's red shoes. We may dig those up. But meantime, we mentioned Reboot Equity. What's happening with that? We'll do some more about that. And someone's been in and said, Nigel, will you say, well, apply your ideas to Donald Trump? Dare we do that? But meantime, I'm going to, say, let's get that influence into Doctor Who, a long-running series. And I'd love to go back to the days when the Daleks really frightened me. So to all those who forget that really when push comes to shove, we want to be entertained. So exterminate, 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 exterminate.
Reboot Equity. Your opportunity is coming to reboot equity. Put the smile back into equity and our profession. Reboot Equity.